Hello, welcome to Let's Talk Sports with Rick and Jack. Hello, Jack.
Hey, Rick.
How are you, my friend?
As usual, wonderful.
Wonderful. A lot going on in sports. We had, if you all don't know, we had an NCAA tournament show. You can see the whole show on an earlier broadcast, so check it out. You can see it at our various areas that you can get it at: YouTube, Roku, WWDBTV. So check out our NCAA show. That's why we're not going to be talking basketball on this show. A lot of other things to talk about.
Plenty.
Anything sticking out in your head from the week in sports, the last week?
Drew Brees retired.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
After
About time.
You know, when I think of Drew Brees, I think of he's 6 foot, but we consider him a short quarterback. He continued on what a Young did, with the mobile quarterback and not so tall quarterback. So he retired, with what, over 80,000 yards,
passing yards.
Another 571 passing touchdowns.
Number 2 all time.
Another 2. Hey, he wasn't a rusher, but
Brady's number 1, of course.
He had
not many, but Brady's going to add to that total.
He had 25 rushing touchdowns for his career. But one of the things I'll always remember is during Hurricane, right after Hurricane Katrina, the city needed an uplift, and one of the things that he did was he made the city a part of him and him a part of the city, and did so much to uplift the city during the time. And how sports bring all of us together, he did the ultimate and brought him a Super Bowl too.
Yeah, 2009.
Yes, sir. So of course, MVP too. So happy trails, and
Yeah, well, he's already got a job in the broadcasting booth, so
I know
that's not too tough. But when you think about it, again, with his size, and that's tough to be that height and be able to see over people in the NFL, because these defensive linemen are so large. But he 80,000 passing yards, most completions, number 1 on completions, and number 1 completion percentage. Again, the only area that he wasn't number 1, he was number 2 in touchdown passes. Second to Brady, not so bad. So the guy had a great career. Congratulations on a great career. Most of it in New Orleans, few of it in San Diego. What is he in San Diego, like 5 years?
5 years, and then he had the shoulder surgery. And what he did was, it's to see a guy like that, instead of being bummed out about having a shoulder surgery, he went somewhere that actually wanted him, and the rest is history.
Tough guy. Look at how many broken ribs did he have this year? I mean, it was terrible. And he came back within, 4 weeks?
Yeah.
The guy had a great career. Kudos, as Jack said, and we're happy for your future, and you have a great family. You're a good family man, so good luck to Drew Brees, and congratulations on a great career and a lot of accomplishments. Speaking of accomplishments, the Players' Championship golf this weekend was a great tournament, won by Justin Thomas. And the interesting stat there was he played tough. He was close the whole way, and he wasn't even in the final group, but he ended up winning it. He was the second to last group. He played great on Sunday, took on all the challenges from Lee Westwood, played really, really well. John Rahm, a few of the others played well, but he ended up winning it. But an interesting stat came out of that, and I'm going to ask you a question. Let's see how you are on trivia, golf trivia. Who are the only 4 players in history? I want you all to check this out. Who are the only 4 players in history to win 14 tournaments, PGA tournaments, before the age of 28? Who are the only 4 players?
So no brainer, I'll go Tiger.
Number 1, yeah.
Probably Jack.
You're right on it.
When I'm thirsty, Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer. 3. Who's 4?
Are you going to tell me?
I already set you up for it.
Are you going to say Justin?
Justin Thomas.
Oh, so he's in good company.
Man, before the age of 28.
Great company.
Before the age of 28, 4 players in history have won PGA tournaments. 14 tournaments before the age of 28. And that's the key. That's the key number, 14. 14 tournaments. He did it this week. He's a great player. It was a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if you all enjoy golf. Some of these big tournaments, like the Players, is a big tournament, and he really hung on there. Lee Westwood came hard at the end there, but it was fun. And of course, DeChambeau was always there with those long drives. He lost by 2. Westwood lost by 1. Close tournament, but DeChambeau and Westwood were the guys on the lead on Sunday, but Thomas went and took it. I was impressed by his play, primarily.
No luck.
I don't know if you all saw it. I know why you're bringing that. I know why you're bringing that up.
You say you were impressed by his play, but didn't a little bit of luck came in there too?
Absolutely. I don't know if you all saw the 18th hole on Sunday. He's up by 2, hits a beautiful drive. The problem is it's 3 feet from the water. So the ball hits. Is it going to kick left in the water, and now he's going to lose 2 shots and be in trouble? Or is the ball going to kick right onto the fairway? Well, he won the tournament. Which way did the ball kick?
It went right.
It went right. I mean, I was watching like, oh my God, this is going in the water. It hits, and it bounces right in. He pulls his hat down over his eyes, and he's making all kind of face contortions. He's like, I am so lucky that ball didn't go left. I mean, it was like 3 feet. It lands, it kicks right onto the fairway. I'm like, my God, there is a God. So anyways, he won. Congratulations. And what else caught your eye on this last week in sports?
As far as like hockey right now, the Knights are on a 3-game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
They're one of the top 4 teams in the league. You have Florida, you have the Islanders, which I'm surprised that they're doing so well right now. And then, of course, the usual suspect in Toronto. Hockey is getting in the swing of things. They're right in the middle of the season, and I can just see the we always say that the cream always rises to the top, and right now that's exactly what's happening in hockey.
Yeah, the Knights are playing well. There's 3 or 4 teams that are playing really great, but the Knights are.
Yeah,
they lost 1 game, and then they ended up, like you said, winning 3 in a row. They had won 5 or 6 in a row, and then they lost 1, and now they won 3 in a row. They play tonight, I know. Who they play in? Sharks. Yeah, San Jose. So that'll be a good match. And these teams in hockey, like basketball, they play back-to-backs, and that's kind of weird. How you can play, a game one night against one team, and you play them the next night, and you maybe 2 nights later you play them again. It's so odd to me.
Well, this allows the league to
be safe.
Be safe in a sense. They still get the games in. So instead of playing them 3 weeks from now. On the schedule with the traveling and all that, you just play your back-to-backs now, and then you kind of been done with that team for this month or so, and then you'll play them again in another month at the end of the season. But it allows you to keep the games together, and then that way, if you're missing a game, if you for some reason a game is canceled, you can always add it to further down. So it's smart. It's a smart way they're doing it right now. Is it good for the players in a sense? Sometimes no, but it's for the league to actually make their money. It's a money decision
and be able to play, and have the safety protocol. It's just sports the way it is now. They're starting to let fans in. You're getting a lot of venues where you're getting 2,500 or so fans. I've been seeing it more in the NBA and hockey, so that's kind of nice. Speaking of things happening around, and what caught my eye this week, it's free agency in the NFL. Re-signings, new signings. Free agency is officially Wednesday this week. They can sign with their new teams. What do you see happening in the NFL? Anything exciting going on?
Well, I was watching the Bucs to see what they were going to do. One of the things that last week Brady did was he restructured his contract. So you already know that what they were going to do is try to make another run at it, and you see from the signings that they're doing, or the guys that commit, they're trying to be back-to-back, and the last quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowl was Tom Brady.
They're trying to keep their players. They signed Gronk again, $10 million 1 year.
So one of the things with quarterbacks, and this is what I never understood. I know it's probably the most important position in sports, in any team sports, but I think there should be a cap on what the quarterback makes, even if you put it at a percentage of what the team's cap is. Because what you do is, if you're like a Dallas, Dallas is not going to do anything because now Dak Prescott has all that money on one position. He's not going to be protected. Why do you think a Russell Wilson is not happy? Why do you think a Deshaun Watson is not happy? Why do you think, you even in the Super Bowl, the half a million dollar man
line
had zero protection.
Was the reason they lost the game. No protection. You see, they went out and signed a major tackle, and the guy the other tackle who was out because he opted out, the guy from Canada, he's going to be back. So they're going to have two good offensive tackles in Kansas City. You look at the line in Tampa Bay. They protected Brady. Russell deserves to be protected.
Yes, so then
he deserves to be protected.
But he can't be protected if he has with such a large contract where you're taking so much of the team's cap room. So how do you those guys don't need to eat too? So you need to get the best players at those positions so that you can win. And you see year in and year out, Brady's always restructuring his contract so that he can win. So you can get paid while you're in this league, or you can play to win, which that's what Brady does. He doesn't just win Super Bowls. He doesn't want to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. He wants to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And you see it year in year out.
Well, they're going to be there. They're going to be there again this next year. The thing about it is that it's up to the team and the management to get their salary and their salary cap under control. And I'll give you a perfect example. New England knew they were going to have not a very good year this past year, and they didn't. They didn't have a good year. But they had brought in Cam Newton and didn't overpay him, and he had a pretty good year. But what did they do? They re-signed Cam. This is going to be year number 2, and he's going to have great improvement. They're working with him in the offseason on a lot of things, a lot of improvement. But they don't sign him for a lot, and it doesn't put him in harm's way. And they put him in a position to do what? What did they do just yesterday? How many free agents are they going to sign?
They put him
Matthew Judon, one of the best defensive players from Baltimore in the league. They put themselves in a position to sign him. Jonnu Smith from Tennessee, great tight end. They put himself in a position to give Cam a nice tight end, a good football player from Tennessee. They bring in Nelson Aguilar from the Raiders, who had a prolific year, another good receiver. So New England put themselves cap-wise in a position
to be able
to enhance that offense. And that's their problem, because they had 3 guys opt out on that defense, 3 starters. Patrick Chung, he opted out. Their middle linebacker opted out. New England watch out for them because they're smart. Robert Kraft is not going to continue to lose. He sacrificed last year and lost, but you watch New England this year. New England this year.
I think they're going to be.
They're going to be near the top.
They're going to win the division again. I think, in a sense where you
watch out, Buffalo.
Miami is.
They're on the improve, but they're not going to be.
But
at the
I don't
top.
trust. I don't trust Tua.
Oh, I don't either.
And then you see I think there was something going on there because Fitzmagic ended up leaving because he's
what a great leader.
He's able to compete for a starting position in Washington football Washington football team.
He'll be good over there.
And I think so. And they'll get that leadership, and he'll teach. And despite him not being happy in Miami, he was always there on the sideline with Tua, mentoring him, because guess what? At the end of the day, he's going to get paid, and he's going to get. I think it's a $12 million contract. $2 million of it is incentives. I'll take that too.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. Football is a very unique game because there's so many players involved. You've got special teams, you've got offense, you've got defense, you've got punt returners, kick returners, punters, field goal guys. There's so much that goes into winning pro football, and teams aren't consistent year after year. And a perfect example is, yes, Kansas City won the Super Bowl. Yes, Kansas City has a dominant offense. Yes, their defense is okay, but they didn't continue to improve their line, and it hurt them in the end. And they didn't win back-to-back Super Bowls. I look at a team like New England, and they're one of the best teams in sports, in my opinion, because you see what they're doing in the offseason. They knew they were going to lose last year, but guess what? Yeah, Tom Brady got all that glory, and they had to take it. Yeah, Tom left, and Tom's the reason that New England won. You watch New England this year. They're going to prove that they can win without Tom Brady.
The culture is going to come right back.
Yes, and Robert Kraft is not going to continue to lose and be second fiddle to Tom Brady. You watch New England. That's my little tip for NFL, but it's fun. Free agency, watch it. It'll be fun. It's free agency makes a big difference in NFL teams. Again, a guy like Matthew Judon coming off of that defensive end. I don't know if you watch him over there in Baltimore. He's a fine ball player.
Watch teams that improve their O-line and also pass rushers.
Yeah.
There's some good pass rushers that's on the free agency list this year right now. So watch where they go, and you can see, because the thing is to protect your quarterback, disrupt the other quarterback.
Yeah. Play good defense, have an offensive line, and you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
What did Green Bay do? Another team that is about winning. They re-signed Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Great running back, great receiver. He had a terrible playoff game. He got hurt, but that's a key sign. That is a key element of the Packers, to have a running back at that level that can catch the football and run the football. So you watch the better teams during this free agency. They'll pick up a few guys. They'll sign the guys that they need to have, but
they'll sign the big guys, but then what they'll do is they'll go back to the attention to detail of the needs, and they'll fill in those needs, whether it's through draft picks or right now a free agency signing. But a team like Green Bay, basically they had something good. They saw what needs to happen. They probably need a pass rusher that's going to disrupt the defense. That's a good one. Maybe they'll sign one, and you'll see
they're going to improve.
They'll be up there. And then, one of the crazy things is, like, now Brady doesn't have Brees in that division anymore. So that division, what's going on?
Yeah, well, you got Jameis Winston, who signed a 1-year contract with New Orleans. Who's going to start, him or Hill? Hill's going to be I guarantee you that if he stays healthy, Winston is a starting quarterback. I guarantee it.
Just like you guaranteed Eric Bieniemy is going to get a head coaching job.
Watch this one, folks. Watch this one. Watch this one.
You saw the last one.
Watch this one. Bieniemy, the poor guy. I don't even know. I feel so bad for him. But
don't feel bad for him.
He'll be okay in Kansas City. He's making good money.
He'll get a coaching job this year.
But you watch. Jameis Winston is going to be the quarterback in New Orleans. You heard it here first. But anyways, the draft is coming up. The draft is big. Players nowadays coming out of college so many rookies played well last year, and it made a difference in teams. So look for some of these rookies. It's a big draft this year. 5 quarterbacks in the first round. You got a lot of receivers in the first round. Linebacker is a big position that's going to go in the first round this year. So, the NFL draft will be fun. That's coming up, April 28th, 27th, something like that. But it's going to make a difference in teams. But I'm really starting to look forward to NFL and our NFL show again. That was so much fun. But one last thought before we finish up for the day. Are you ready for baseball April 1st?
Yes, Bobby Bonilla Day.
Dodgers, Yankees.
Mets,
Yankees this year?
Yeah. Subway Series. Actually, that's actually not good for baseball.
Was Lindor at shortstop going to make a big difference?
Yeah.
Going to hurt Cleveland, right? Not having Lindor.
Absolutely. But sometimes we don't know what's going on in-house for them to do that. And
they don't want to pay the big contract. That's what's going on in-house. It was his last year, and he wasn't going to stay. It had already been. They couldn't afford to pay him. Cleveland is a small market team.
Rather get him for something than nothing.
Yeah. My big comment on baseball coming up this year. I think the Yankees are finally gonna get there. I believe so, in the American League. And I don't say that they're going to win it, but watch out for the Padres. They loaded up. You talk about free agency. The Padres picked up 3 starting pitchers. That was their weakness. So baseball is going to be fun. April 1st coming up. Again, NFL draft coming up. NCAA basketball, again, is in full swing right now, but watch our NCAA tournament show for that. Anything else you want to bring up about sports that we've seen the last week? That new trends, what's going on, anything before we finish up?
No, I was going to, basically we have our basketball show, our NBA show. So, basically watch our basketball show, and you'll see, we'll give you what's the trend and the great teams that where teams are doing right now. And
yeah, that's a great point. We, as you know, we dedicate a whole segment, a whole show to the NBA. We don't talk about it in our other sports show because we want to give NBA its due right now. It's the biggest thing.
It's a lot of games.
And it's a lot of games, and we can't fit NBA into. We try to do everything in a 25-minute show. So there's so many other sports to talk about, and that's what's unique about us. We're not just going to sit here and talk about, well, let's talk sports, and then we don't talk about anything but one sport. We move around, and it's fun. And we want to thank you for watching and sharing and liking and just being part of our audience at Roku and YouTube and WWDBTV. We fully appreciate it. We fully appreciate all of you watching and being part of the show. And if you have any suggestions what we can be doing better or what we should be doing or other sports you want us to accentuate, get to us. Please, please continue to like us. Thank you very much for watching.
Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can see us for more content.
Go Patriots. Keep loading up. Good talking. See you soon. God bless.